This is Mr. H, Chapter 1, Lesson 4, Fractions to Decimals. The previous lesson was decimals to fractions. This is the other part to it. This lesson is going to require for you to be pretty strong when dividing. Division is multiplication, so division is a lot easier when you know your multiplication facts. So try to know those, guys. Those are really important for your success in 6th grade and in all math, honestly. So fractions are division problems. And the way you read a fraction is top to bottom, 3 divided by 4. The way you read the expression is left to right, 3 divided by 4. And then the one that's in the house, the 3 goes in the house, the 4 goes out. See right there, I'm writing that that bar, that division bar, pretty much means divide. Okay? So the first step to making a fraction into a decimal is you got to set it up as a division problem. So first you got to read it, right? Know how to read 3/4 as a division problem. 3 divided by 4. And then we're going to write it as a division problem. 3 goes in the house. The 3 is your numerator. Because if you read it 3 divided by 4, you're dividing the 3 by the 4. The 3 is your numerator. The 4 is the denominator. Another big word for the 3 is the dividend. The 4 is the divisor. 3 is the dividend because that's what you're dividing. The 4 is the divisor because that's what you're using to divide. Super key. Very important. This can cause you to either get the problem wrong or right. So the way you set it up has to be correct. And forget all this stuff about the bigger number goes in the house. That does not apply to 6th grade. All right. Plus, that's the wrong way of teaching division. Anyways, step 2, add a decimal and a 0. Why are we adding a decimal and a 0? Because most of the time when you're dividing a fraction is pretty much less than 1 unless it's improper. So anything that's less than 1 is a decimal. So that's why we add a decimal and a 0. I like to bring my decimal straight up. That way I remember that there should be a decimal there. Does 4 go in a 3? Think about that. It's like me asking you, I have 4 people and there's 3 seats. Can I fit 4 people into 3 seats? No. And step 4 is divide. So that's what we're going to start doing. And then 0 times 4 is 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. Bring down your 0. 4 goes into 30 how many times? 7. Because 7 times 4 is 28. 30 minus 28 is 2. Add another 0. Bring it down. Now you got a 20. How many 4s go into 20? Think about it. 5. Because 5 times 4 is 20. And now 20 minus 20 is 0. So you are finished. So 3/4 equals 0 and 75 hundredths. Got it? If this video is going a little too fast for you guys, go ahead and pause at each step. All right? Pause the video at each step. Try to, get it going. And then once you have it, rewatch the video again. All right, let's do an example. Guys, when we're doing this example, if you want to try it on your own, right now is a good time to pause the video. Okay? 2 divided by 5, 2/5. You read it as a division problem. 2 divided by 5. 2 goes in the house, 5 goes out. Don't forget about your decimal and your 0. 0 times 5 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. Bring down your 0. That's a 20. 5 goes into 24 times and you are finished. 2/5. 2/5 equals 0 and 4/10. Again, as I'm doing these examples, if you want to try it on your own, pause the video. Pause the video, set up the fraction, and then try solving it on your own. Alright, example B, you got 8/10. 8/10, anything that ends with an 8, like a tenth or a hundredth or a thousandth, those should be like automatic red lights for you to say, hey, you know what, maybe I don't have to do all this work, because if I just read the fraction 8/10, I can write it as a decimal. The 8 goes in the tenths place, see? But just to prove it to you, you do 8 divided by 10. 10 does not go into 8. So 8 minus 0 is 8. Bring down your 0. Now you got 80. 10 goes into 80 8 times. See that? Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I believe in you guys. Stay sharp. Study, study, study as much as you can. Again, this video was pretty fast, but pause it, rewind it, look at it again. See you next time.